Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Aiden's weather forecast, and welcome back to the update. I do apologize for doing a huge gap from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. or 4:30. Sorry. I was actually home. I just got home basically from the pool. I was all day with my friend in the pool. I just got back, guys. So again, I do apologize. And if you guys have not seen my first video for the fall and winter week, go ahead and check that out. It's a video who can see the coldest fall. So go check that out if you want to. But again, I am going to be posting on the tropical weather too. I'm not just going to do fall and winter related videos. I am also going to do videos if there's a huge issue in the tropical or severe weather. So guys, we're going to be focusing on the Atlantic now because the Pacific, we have Eric and Flossie are not really a huge threat to Hawaii anymore. Really, not a huge threat of it getting to a Category 3 or above. It's actually weakening. They're actually one tropical storm. Eric will be getting to a tropical storm very, very soon, so there's no point. But the Atlantic has a huge threat here. It's Invest 96L, guys. That can bring in some huge threats for the Caribbean, guys, and potentially bring in some issues for the East Coast of the United States. So you guys want to know all the new updates, then don't forget to hit the post notification icon so you get notified. So if you guys want to know all the new updates, stay tuned. So as you guys can tell, we are going to be looking at the 5-day tropical weather outlook. But we're going to be looking at the National Hurricane Center from Miami now. That has updated this now for the Atlantic. So here we have Invest 96L right here. The X is where it is right now. And again, always the red circle area is always where we can see development. So this is where we can actually have it become a tropical depression, guys. This is a huge threat right here. Again, this circle is where it could develop, not where it will. With the next 5 days. Again, it's actually a big area right here, and again next to the Lesser Antilles, a couple miles away from Puerto Rico. Again, it will be forming very, very close to the areas Kirks and Caicos and all that. So again, this is where it is now. It's actually at a very, very low chance for development within the next 48 hours. It is a 20% chance, but it has gone up 20% within the next 48 hours. So that is an increasement of it getting very, very soon. Within the next 5 days, it is at a high chance with 70%. So that's actually a pretty good, a decent chance for having development within the next 5 days in their circle area. And it is 1,100 miles west-southwest of Cabo Verde Island. And then it is going to be coming some really, really strong thunderstorms. And it is moving northwestward to next 10 to 15 miles per hour. So again, it could potentially bring in a huge threat since it is moving west-northwestward for the Dominican Republic, for Puerto Rico, for Haiti. It's going to bring some huge threats for the Caribbean. Now we'll be looking at the satellite imagery. It's actually not organized whatsoever, guys. It's this big blob of clouds. It's not really... I know usually Invest do have somewhat a little circulation or a little cloud cover, but look at this. It's just a big blob of clouds that's producing some very strong thunderstorms. It's not really moving fast whatsoever. Again, it's actually mostly this. This is actually the Invest right here. Right here. Oops, I did not want to make that go down right here. It's right here. This is the Invest right here. Invest 96L. We are having some cloud covers. And it is slightly, if you guys really, really look at it with a lot of detail, you do see it moving to the west. Again, it's not really organized whatsoever. It's actually really, really hard to spot it. I believe it's somewhat over here. I believe this is part of it. And then we have this other part. It's usually, Invest are just a big blob of clouds. That's usually how these hurricanes and tropical storm forms by concern. When the National Hurricane Center sees a big blob of clouds like this and sees some rotation, this is where they bring it as an Invest, and that's why they need to watch it. Again, it has not formed to depression yet. It still has not really formed yet. So that's why you don't see any cloud cover whatsoever. But if we look later this week, maybe by Saturday, we should have it a bit more organized. And then within the next 5 days, we should have tropical depression as a tropical depression. Now we're gonna be looking at the model track guidance here. So here it is right now. It's actually not too far from Brazil. Brazil's right here. Let me draw the Brazil area. This is Brazil, guys. And then here we have Colombia, Venezuela. So again, it's not too far from South America, guys. It's not going to be too far Again, it's right here. It is looking like it's going to continue to go west-northwestward and potentially affect. It could just go east or it could just go east or west of Puerto Rico. Again, Puerto Rico is still a big threat. We have a whole lot of models right here that are getting it very, very close to Puerto Rico. But the majority of the models are showing going just to the west of Puerto Rico and affecting the Dominican Republic and affecting Haiti. So again, it's not gonna affect Puerto Rico based on the models, but it could still affect Dominican Republic. It's still gonna hit some inland areas, and they will affect parts of possibly the most eastern part of Cuba and the Turks and Caicos. And some models are showing it going so far to the east it could affect Bermuda, but I really don't think that's actually gonna happen. They are showing it less. The GFS right now is not favoring it as much as last night. Last night, boy, it was showing a very, very good chance. But right now, the GFS isn't really showing it a whole lot. It still is. But again, it was really, really showing it last night. So again, here are the models. Let me draw the cone for those people. If you guys are in the Caribbean within the next 5 to 10 days, guys, you might want to watch out with Invest 96L because it could potentially become a Category 2 hurricane, and it could be pretty bad out there. Again, if you're in Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Lesser Antilles, we can actually still have some huge threats out there. So just watch out. U.S. Virgin Islands, we can have some threats there. So just watch out if you live anywhere right here. Again, I'm gonna be keeping a close eye on this. So now we're going to be looking at the model intensity guidance. So again, we don't have a whole lot of models. We have maybe about 10 or 15 models on this. Usually I have like a 25. Again, it's because it wasn't really a huge concern, but now it is. So every day we should have more models on this. So about 95% of the models do start getting into a tropical storm. Again, it will take a couple. It actually will take not too long. According to the model intensity guide, it should become a tropical storm within the next 48 hours. But I really don't think it's going to be like that because it's going to take about 70% chance within the next 5 days to form. So I really don't know, but just based on this, it could become a tropical storm within the next 48 hours or 60 hours. Some models are showing it taking a bit longer. They are showing it staying as an invest and then becoming a tropical storm within the next 108 hours. That might be a possibility. So within the next 48 hours, all to the most 168 hours, which is a huge time period. But again, when the models do get into a tropical storm, it is looking like it's going to take a little bit longer than Eric and Flossie become hurricanes. So again, let's just base on this. The earliest is within the next 24 hours, earliest. And then all the way to the next 108 hours is when they become Category 1. So it will be taking a bit longer to get into these warmer waters right here next to the Lesser Antilles. And it should become Category 1 Hurricane Chantal, which could become a threat for the Caribbean. And all the models, let's go with 70 or more like 90% of the models that show getting to a Category 1 are showing it going straight through Category 1 force winds and reaching Category 2 within the next 120 hours. And then 100% of the models that show Category 2 are showing it become a major hurricane, Chantal, and possibly getting very, very close to Category 4. So again, it is a huge threat. So we're going to actually go all the way to the next 120 hours to look at the system. Here it is right here. Here we have this system right here. It is based on this. It will be getting possibly very, very close to 50 knots, moving like it said west to the west northwestward, possibly affecting the areas in the Caribbean. But based on this, it could affect Lesser Antilles and the eastern part of Puerto Rico and then go away. And again, the GFS and European are not really favoring it a whole lot like yesterday. You can't really see it. Yesterday, if you look on this, it would actually show a whole lot stronger going like this. But right now, we can't even see where it goes after. Based on this, it weakens after it hits inland Puerto Rico. It looks like it's right here. Based on this, it should be right here at that point. But again, it's really, really hard to really find out where it is. It could become this. It could actually become this. It could be this. It's just really, really hard to spot it when it goes like this because It honestly is very, very hard to spot. This actually could be part of it. Again, no, it's actually right here again. So here we have Chantal, and then it looks like it connects in somewhat. This is where it looks like Chantal is. It looks like it connects into somewhat a huge wave or a huge area of wind, and it looks like it connects there and potentially gets a lot stronger. But again, it's really hard to spot. Now to be looking at the vorticity. This is where we can actually spot it a lot better. All the way to, we're going to be looking at August 7th. Here we have the vorticity. So you see that rotation. That's where we can spot it. Again, it gets very, very close to the Lesser Antilles. It's heading towards the direction of Dominican Republic. And then it looks like it actually, this is where it is. Once it goes straight, once it goes past Puerto Rico, it's right here. It's incredibly weak. Honestly, guys, it's really, really complicated to see. And then it looks like it goes like this, somewhat like this. That's honestly what it looks like what happens. So again, it's really, really hard to spot right now. I don't know what to say right now. Alright, we look at August 7th now. Here we have the system at 1,012 millibars, bringing a lot of rain showers out there for the northern part of South America. And it will be bringing some rainfall within Lesser Antilles way before it even makes landfall. And then we go all the way to the 10th of July. That's when we could expect it to bring a lot of heavy rainfall for the Dominican Republic. And then here it is at August 11th. Let me actually go like this so you guys can actually see the day. August 11th, here we have it at 1,006 millibars right here, passing. It looks like it could actually affect Bermuda. So it actually could bring it to Bermuda. And then it goes straight through Bermuda, heading towards the northern Atlantic Ocean. It's actually a bit far off the U.S. coast. And then it looks like it just goes way up there to basically the North Pole, near the Greenland area. It could bring a lot of rain for Greenland, and then it could potentially bring in a whole lot of rain out there for the UK. So boy, it's going to be taking a world tour. Basically, it starts right here. It's going to go like this. That's basically what it's looking like it's going to happen, really. It's very, very complicated at this point, guys. Yesterday, we had a whole lot. There was a whole better chance of this happening. It favored it a whole lot. The percentage is getting higher. It's just really, really. It looks like it could become a tropical storm without a doubt, in a category 1 without a doubt. But once it passes Puerto Rico, we just can't really find exactly where it is on the wind and vorticity. You can kind of find it somewhat in the radar, but I hope tomorrow it looks more of a chance where we can actually really have an answer for this. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am expecting to do a live stream around 7 p.m. That's when I'm hoping to do a live stream. So I hope you guys can join. And yeah, bye, guys.